Brooklyn, the home of the Nets, in a fine Eastern Conference affair here at Barclays Center. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. You look at the Bucks, they've got to be hoping that the road will be a little kinder to them than their winless homestand they just concluded.
And this is the first game of a real short road trip for them, so we'll see how their first one goes.
Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
Now, here's Portis. Holmgren is doubled. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Kicks it out to Lillard. Just 4 to shoot. Portis can't get it to go. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. Talking about Damian Lillard, coach admitted they're zoned in with slowing him down. Coach said we know how dangerous he can be. Now we're prepared to mix it up and throw different defenders at him if possible. We don't want him to find his comfort zone. A difficult strategy to pull off. Guys?
Thank you, David.
The ability to stop there and pull up from any distance. That's why Lillard's defenders have sleepless nights.
Pass to Portis. Now Holmgren pulls up on the elbow, and he hits the jump shot.
And guys, you can't allow Holmgren to gain confidence from the mid-range. He'll burn you when you give him those looks.
Here's Simmons. Good on the bucket. Simmons got his second bucket of the night. And it's Milwaukee's ball. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Bobby Portis.
And we've talked about this. When Simmons takes initiative, good things tend to happen.
And Simmons drops them both. And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 6. It's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Here's Jackson. Back to Portis. Clock at 6. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Kessler with the rebound. Simmons left side. Smart with the steal. Portis with it. Now guarded by Simmons. Pass to Lillard. Stripped away. Outside, Simmons. An easy 2 points on the layup. Simmons. Got 10.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Bucks trailed by 5. Outside, Smart. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. 12 points for him. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
Now Simmons, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Simmons inside. Can't cash in from close range. Outside, Smart. Pass to Holmgren. Kicks it out to Lillard. To the middle. Stolen by Kessler. Simmons looking it over. In the corner, it's Kessler. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Some well-needed scoring. He stops a 13-0 run by Brooklyn.
Simmons inside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Damian Lillard. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Shooting 2, Ben Simmons.
And he's good on the second. 19 seconds left here in the first quarter. Holmgren the screen. Kicks it out to Lillard. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the Nets. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. Hey guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
Pass to Portis. 5 to shoot. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. The Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
You know, D.A., we've been talking about Jordy Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Simmons. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Holmgren is doubled. Outside, Smart. Stolen away. Pass to Simmons. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Simmons got the lead up to 10 now for Brooklyn.
D'Lo at that size has great court vision. A great pass.
Oh, he launched that one from way outside. Lillard's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Simmons with it. He's got 17. 2 points. That one goes. Simmons got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And it's Lillard missing. That's leading by 9. Here's Russell driving inside.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
And Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 21 in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Back to Portis. Lets it go from deep. And the 3 ball is good. And, Brett, you've seen the way the game has grown over the years. The skill level of the league is higher than ever.
Yeah, the talent level, Kevin, that is on display on a nightly basis in this league is staggering. But a lot of kids out there watching what's going on, they're going to push this game even further. How exciting is that?
6 on the shot clock. Back to Clark. Takes a 3. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Bucks trailed by 8. Knocked away. Here's Lillard. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Aggressive move by Lillard, attacking the heart of that defense.
Pass to Russell. Nets passing it around. And here is Simmons. 21 points in the game. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Over Lillard. A second chance effort. Kessler. No good. Out to Russell. Outside, Simmons. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Smart.
And really a good job of getting to the line in that first quarter. Hasn't been doing that as much here in the second.
And the second free throw, good. Bucks trailed by 7.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
And Jordy Fernandez has called a timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. In for the Nets. 17 seconds left in the first half. Outside for Batum. Pass to Ford. Here's Hartenstein. Now here is Ford. He's guarded by Russell.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Bucks trailed by 5. The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And, Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times. But they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go, even with the defense not really a factor.
Pass to Ford. Now Trent. Off target with his 3. Right side Simmons. In the corner, it's Kessler. And it's off from three-point range. Bucks trailed by 5. Right wing. Now, here is 4. Shot clock at 6. It's Trent on the wing. To the inside. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
And if you give Batum some time to survey the floor, he'll find an open teammate.
Batum with the steal. 3-on-3. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. So it's Brooklyn now. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a 2-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver, because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that game time. Hey, David, thank you. Back to Lillard. Pass to Holmgren. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
Simmons, just 5 on the clock. From 11 feet away, and Holmgren pulls it down. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Milwaukee. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Hey, Brent, Damian Lillard is as clutch as they come. He is fearless. Where do you think that comes from? Why is he so effective late in tight games?
Such a great question, Kevin, but for Damian Lillard, I think it boils down to one word, and that is confidence. I mean, he has legitimately the ultimate confidence in all the work that he puts in the offseason to be in these moments, have the ball in his hands, and it's been proven time and time again that he can come through. It's why we see him tap his wrist and it being game time. These are some of the most memorable moments of his career. No way he's going to pass that shot up. He is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Outside, Smart. Bucks passing it around. Holmgren is double. Jackson has the open look. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Pass to Kessler. And the rejection by Holmgren.
An outstanding shot blocker. It's not just about Holmgren's length. It's about his positioning as well.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Kessler with it. And Kessler throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. So both teams making some changes here. The Bucks trail. Pass to Batum. And here is Ford. Batum scanning the floor. Now Hartenstein. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And again, the Bucks miss.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Pass to post. The rebound by the Bucks. Here is Ford. Nothing on the board. Batum, the screen. Hartenstein with it. Outside for Batum. Gets it off. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
35.
Yeah, it's almost like...
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. It's the Nets now. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second-chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
With the height that Chet has, there isn't much you can do against him inside.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Pass to Portis to take the lead. Kessler with the rebound. The Nets with the lead. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Up top, Simmons. Lays it up and banks it in. Simmons got 30.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Holmgren is double. Right side, Portis. 6 to shoot. Fires the three. Sinks the three-pointer.
And Portis has become a bit more of a volume three-point shooter, settling into what they do offensively.
Outside, Simmons. And they double up Simmons. In the corner, it's Kessler. Here's Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
It doesn't take much or long for Lillard to catch fire. An incredible offensive talent.
Simmons left side. Pass to Pajemski. The Nets working the ball around now. Outside, Simmons. Going inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Holmgren.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs. He's got to get to the line a little bit more here in the second half. Let's see if he can get that edge back that he had in the first.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Clark outside. Here's Kessler. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
Holmgren in the corner. Holmgren is double. Outside, Smart. There's Jackson with the 3. Good, and Smart gets the assist. And it's a 7-point Bucks lead.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Pass to Portis. Now Holmgren kicks it out to Lillard. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by the Bucks.
Milwaukee leading by 5. Now here's Holmgren. .105 left in the game. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I mean, Holmgren, not that hard for him at his height, but jamming it through.
Simmons inside. Hardaway for 3.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Lillard. Here's the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Lillard's got the lead up to 10 now for the Bucks.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Now Simmons. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Milwaukee ball.
Here's Lillard. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. They keep
This is... Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce.
And they won't play each other after this game. And after losing the first one to these guys, you know they want revenge.
They want this win bad. Trust me, whether you're playing a team 4 times or just twice, you never want to get swept.
A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out. I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Pass to Holmgren. Knocks it down from distance.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
Outside Wembanyama. Now Williams. Back to Wembanyama. And he hits it from 9 feet. Wembanyama's got 5.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
And Richard, we talked about Victor Wembanyama, 7 foot 4 inches. Skill. Did you ever think we'd see a player like him?
Maybe in about 20 years. But we're seeing more and more hybrids. He is just an outlier that we have never seen before. The tallest player in the league and one of the most skilled.
And And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Outside Wembanyama. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Pass to Holmgren. Lillard right side. And there's a whistle. That goes on Devin Vassell. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Lillard. Six to shoot.
High effort play and quickness. That's how Vassell makes a defensive impact.
Outside Wembanyama for three. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Now the Bucks with it. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Moments ago, Greg Popovich and I were able to chat. A main focus on their defense? Damian Lillard, the dynamic point guard. Coach telling me what sticks out to me about Lillard is his heart. He plays way bigger than his size. He raises the level of everyone around him. A true leader. Lillard, one of the most respected players in the league, Brian.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
What an athlete Harden is. Gets off the ground so fast to hammer it down.
Screen by Holmgren. Out to Portis. Back to Lillard. From deep. Williams grabs the board.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Since drafting Wembanyama, the Spurs have looked like a team that gets better every game, RJ.
And they're still so young. They're learning the intricacies of the game and how to play with each other. But you can tell things are coming together and the future looks bright.
Here's Harden. Wrapped to the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. The offensive rebound. Outside, Williams. Back to Wembanyama. Here's Vassell. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Milwaukee leading by 4.
Get there, get there.
Lillard outside. Jackson the screen. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
To the paint. And stolen by Holmgren. Lillard outside. Jackson on the wing. Screen by Holmgren. Back to Jackson. Kicks it out to Smart. Lillard outside. That's in. Coming off an assist from Smart. Lillard's gotten his third basket of the night.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Here's Wembanyama. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren.
Yeah, such a difficult frame to guard. Wembanyama draws the foul easily.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama. Well, Richard, it might be a long time before we see a player with the combination of Wembanyama's size and skill.
He changes every opponent's game plan, offensively and defensively. You've seen nothing like it, and we probably won't for a long time.
Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. And Williams punches it home.
And the quickness in transition. I mean, I like watching Williams convert in these situations.
For 3, here's Lillard. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Chet Holmgren making things happen for Milwaukee.
16.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you, stat-wise?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
Now here's Lillard. Back to Holmgren. No good from outside. Right side, Harden. From outside the arc. Rebounded by the Bucks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Down low. Portis. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Ryan, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defense is disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
And he makes it.
And I love the balance for Lillard between scoring and passing. That time, finding his teammate with a great look.
And Williams punches it home.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Now here's Harden. Pass to Williams. To the middle. And he drives in. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. And it's Lillard with the ball for Milwaukee. Their next game playing at home as the Grizzlies come to town. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Now here's Holmgren. 11 points in the game. Back to Lillard. Launches it. The rebound by the Spurs. And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Both teams will make substitutions. San Antonio trailing here. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team. They want to dominate the competition on another level.
Pass to Hartenstein. Wide open look. Basket's good. And the Bucks lead by 4. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bucks.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
And it's Adams missing.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
And don't tell Batum he's well into his 30s. Nick's still got some life in those legs.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Adams. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Batum sets a screen. Now here's Hartenstein. Here's Ford. He's scoreless. To the inside. Back to Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Now here's Adams. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
Hartenstein with it. And it's Boucher picking him up. Batum outside. And the foul on Steven Adams.
Side out.
That's his first foul of the game.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
First team foul.
29 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Pass to Hartenstein. Clock at 6. Inside. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
Spurs ball.
"15 seconds left in the half. Outside Johnson. Pass to Adams. With 1 on the clock. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Milwaukee out in front, up by 4. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. We've got second half action for you. And if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Lillard with the ball. Guarded now by Williams. Here's Portis. And then Portis with the dunk.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Okay, RJ, we all know how luck comes into play in the NBA. Spurs have had great lottery luck.
Yeah, winning the first pick 3 times, drafting David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and Victor Wembanyama. I don't know, but I would be really upset if I was all of those other teams to miss out on those big guys.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And Harden is capable of getting you a triple-double every game. His versatility is incredible.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Spurs trail by 5. The drive by Harden. Wembanyama scanning the floor. Takes the 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Now here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And this is why so many are high on Holmgren. His ability to dominate games with his scoring.
Lillard with the ball. He's picked up by Vassell. Pass to Holmgren. Jackson outside. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Outside Harden. Beyond the arc. Counted from distance. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And any shot over half court is within Harden's range. He's one of the game's elite scorers of all time.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, with the Bucks switching coaches midway through last season, Doc Rivers, experienced with star-laden rosters, he said, quote, "I resist thinking that you can't coach players. I have no problem holding them accountable. If you don't do it, you're not going to win." Brian, the pressure's on to get it done.
Burden of expectations. It's title or bust. Thanks, Allie. Milwaukee leading by 6. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And
oh, big finish!
Wow. Okay, I see you.
Oh, wow. Dame just sticking it to the other team, and you can see it's motivating his squad as well.
The kick out to Williams. Vassell outside. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Here's Lillard. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama. Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Harden from outside. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. .152 left in the third. Lillard with the ball. Guarded now by Williams. Back to Lillard. Pass to Holmgren. Lillard outside. From deep three-point land. Striking from deep range. Dame.
Yeah, Lillard is relentless on offense tonight, getting bucket after bucket for his team.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Good on both.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
The Bucks leading by 9. Batum sets a screen. Pass to Hartenstein. .110 left in the third quarter. It's stolen by Johnson. Wembanyama down low. Here's Boucher. Back to Wembanyama. And here's Boucher. No points so far. The rebound by Ford. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Hartenstein a screen. Here's Ford. Back to Batum. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Hartenstein. Uncovered. Can't get it to drop.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Adams inside. The shot that time not on target. Good work defensively by Hartenstein. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Here's Ford. Hartenstein a screen. 1 second left. And that's good for 2. And the Bucks lead by 11. And so it's Milwaukee. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close.
The Bucks, 40.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And they've also been so active defensively, getting deflections, forcing turnovers, and scoring off of them.
Back to Lillard. To the wing, right side. 5 to shoot. Here's Portis for 3. Rebound, San Antonio.
Yeah, he usually makes you pay from that range.
And Williams punches it home.
Well, Harden has always been a top facilitator, but in recent years, he's adopted even more of a pass-first mindset.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers' huddle. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, BA.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Outside for Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama making it look easy.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You got to keep him out of the paint.
Portis a screen. It's Lillard with the drive. It's tipped. Here's Holmgren. And again, unable to change momentum here. Spurs trail by 4. Harden, good. Harden's got 9 points now in the second half.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Back to Lillard. Pass to Holmgren. Lillard right side. To the paint. Here's Portis. Missed inside. On offense, here is San Antonio. They're rolling here. 9 up. Okay! Look out!
Man! Oh, that has to hurt if you're the defense. Harden getting fancy with the jam.
Out to Lillard. Portis a screen. Lillard with the ball. Guarded now by Williams. And again, it's the Bucks missing.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Three-pointer, Harden. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
This is what we've come to expect from Harden. Doesn't back down from taking the important shots of the game.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Lillard. Stolen by Vassell. And they're on the break. Outside, Williams.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. To the middle. And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Here's Harden. 4 on the clock. Spurs need to get one up here. His first shot attempt. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. The Bucks trail by 3. Pass to Portis. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Portis a screen. Here's Lillard. Oh, Lillard just owning the paint.
It's Dame time. Whenever this team needs a big shot, he knows how to get one.
To the inside. Drops in the layup for 2. Wembanyama's gotten 4 this quarter.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Pass to Portis. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's on Vince Williams.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Back to Harden. Jacks up a 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Lillard outside. Down low. And stolen by Williams. Here's Harden. Money.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Pass to Jackson. Out to Lillard to tie it up. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Timeout. Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
Well, first, you go for the steal on the inbound. If you can't get that, you foul and hope for some misses at the line.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Harden. And now we've got an intentional foul.
That's just poor clock management defensively.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Calm and cool, and his free throw put a bow on this one. Nice way to finish the game.
7 seconds left in the final quarter. Pass to Portis. Here's Ford. Offline. So we see the Spurs get the win here. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close.